Hello students, good morning. Me Durgesh Misra, your physics teacher, and going to start our discussion on the topic physical world, your chapter first of your physics book. So let's start. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to define physics, understand scope and excitement of physics, know about technology of physics, understand the importance of physics in society, explain the fundamental forces in nature, understand the nature of physical laws. Study of nature and natural phenomena put in an organized way in various subtopics is called physics. The word physics has the origin from the Greek word meaning nature. We try to explain diverse physical phenomena in terms of a few concepts and laws. For example, Newton's law of gravitation explains the fall of a apple to the ground, the motion of planets around the sun. Now, a scope and excitement of physics. Physics deals in various subdisciplines such as mechanics, optics, heat, and thermodynamics, electrodynamics, atomic physics, nuclear physics, etc. Basically, there are two domains of interest: macroscopic, microscopic. Macroscopic. The macroscopic scale is the length scale on which objects or processes are of a size that is measurable or observable by the naked eye. Classical physics mainly include macroscopic phenomena. Microscopic. The microscopic scale is the length scale on which objects or processes are of a size that is measurable with the help of a lens or a microscope. Quantum theory is currently accepted for explaining microscopic phenomena. Now, physics, technology, and society. Physics gives rise to new technology. In fact, modern life is dominated by technological developments based on discoveries in physics. Some contributions of physics in technologies are as follows. A study of digital technology enables us to make a computer which does processing in short time. Development of cyclic reversible process by Carnot enabled us to realize engines, refrigerators, air conditioners, etc. A study of electromagnetic waves and propagation helped us to design communication system. Launching of satellites enabled us to penetrate into the layers of Earth to know wealth and go beyond our solar system besides improving communication facilities. The Society of Physics. Our society has been benefited tremendously by the physics-based technologies. Lens used for sight correction, quick modes of transport, cheap communication are some new dimensions of progress due to physics. But at the same time, it has also given us weapons of destruction. Missiles, atomic bomb, hydrogen bomb can cause unimaginable destruction of human life within a second. Now let's have a look on some physicists and their major contributions. Fundamental forces in nature. Four fundamental forces, namely gravitational force, electromagnetic force, a strong nuclear force, the weak nuclear force. The gravitational force exists between any two objects in the universe. According to Newton, the force of mutual attraction is directly proportional to the product of masses and inversely proportional to the square of separation. It plays a major role in macroscopic level and is the weakest of all the forces. The electromagnetic forces is between a pair of charged particles. Charges in motion produce magnetic effect and magnetic field gives rise to a force on a moving charge. The electric and magnetic forces are not separable. Unlike gravitational force, which is attractive in nature, electromagnetic force can be attractive or repulsive. For comparison, we can say that the electric force between a pair of protons is 10 to the power 36 times the gravitational force between them at the same separation. Strong nuclear forces bind the protons and neutrons in a nucleus and is responsible for stability of nucleus. These should be the strongest of the forces and are about 100 times the electromagnetic forces in nature. They are charge independent and have extremely small range. The weak nuclear forces appears in certain interactions like beta decay of nucleus and are existing in distances of the order of 10 to the power minus 16 meter. Now, unification of forces. The attempts to unify the fundamental forces of nature have always been the basic quest in physics. The electromagnetic and the weak nuclear forces have now unified and are seen as aspects of a single electro-weak force. Look at the tables of various technologies in physics. Nature of physical laws, physical phenomena governed by different forces. Several quantities may change with time while some physical quantities remain constant in time. These quantities are the conserved quantities of nature. Conservation of mass, charge, momentum, energy, spin, and other quantum numbers are governing the happenings in the universe. The laws of conservation of energy exist in various forms. For example, Einstein's concept of mass energy equivalence and the concept of mass defect leading to the binding energy confirms that mass is another form of energy and remains conserved. Let us summarize what we have learnt. First, a study of nature and natural phenomena put in an organized way in various subtopics called physics. The microscopic scale is the length scale on which objects or processes are of size that is measurable and observable by the naked eye. The microscopic scale is the length scale on which objects or processes of a size that is measurable with the help of a lens or a microscope. The gravitational force exists between any two objects in the universe. The electromagnetic forces is between a pair of charges and is the combination of all electric and magnetic force. The strong nuclear forces binds the protons and neutrons in a nucleus. The weak nuclear forces appears in certain interactions like beta decay. Some physical quantities that remain constant in time are the conserved quantities of nature. Thank you, students.